All right, let's go over this example here. Let's say they give you this interval notation. Let's just say they want you to graph it. Okay, let's graph it first with an interval notation. Now there's only two numbers here, -2 and 4, so just write down those two numbers on your number line. Remember, my preference on your number lines is there's no tick marks really. You're not sitting there drawing -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think it's helpful. And then here on the left side, you have a parentheses. So go ahead and draw down below it a parentheses. On the right side, you have a bracket. And then all we have to do is just fill in that space. So this is what a graph will look like for an interval notation. Now, what does that look like for an inequality? Well, you actually have two things going on. You have -2, let's write an x, and you have a 4. So you're going to basically have these two problems here. Actually, that'll be for our set notation. Let's do a graph for the inequality. Class, a parentheses is what kind of a circle? Open or closed? Open. It means don't include that as a solution. How about a bracket? Open or closed? So this is a visual of all the solutions. What is it saying? It's saying, let's do the set notation. It'll be better. Okay. Let's look at our graph here. Notice how our graph is shading towards the numbers on the right. So these are bigger numbers, and these are smaller numbers. So if I'm going towards the right, okay, you can just make an inequality towards the right. This is basically saying x values are bigger than -2. -1, 0, 1, 2, and 3 are bigger. It's an open circle, so there is just greater than. Here, what do you notice about the numbers? They're getting smaller, so that will be less than or equals to. Now, set notation, I'm not going to ask you to write the set notation, but I want you to focus on the inequality, okay? Set notation just says for all values such as x, we're going to make a compound inequality in here. Compound inequality just says we're going to put these together. So I have my x variable here. Class, where are the smaller values?
Why is the x like smaller than 4 equal to 9 using?
This one here?
Yeah.
Here, if you look at the graph, from -2, the numbers are getting bigger. They're going towards the right. X, any number, I need a number that's bigger than -2. This one says I need values that are going this direction, are smaller than or less than. X is less than or equal to 4. Now the easy trick answer is when the x is on the left, look at where the inequality is pointing towards. If you're going towards the left there, that direction.
I'm saying y is 1 equal to and not 1.
So this one does not have an equal sign because you have an open circle. I'm going to put the smaller number on the left, bigger number on the right. This is the easy one because you just match it. X is less than or equal to 4. But over here though, pay attention. I'm not going to write greater than. This is saying I need numbers that are bigger than -2. Look where it's pointing to. The arrow is pointing to the -2. So I switched the inequality sign. The reason why I switched the inequality sign is because you're actually reading this from right to left here. X is greater than -2. Or you could say this as numbers that are -2 is smaller than x. So I went from an interval notation. I can make a graph in inequality. I can make a graph for interval notation. And remember, set notation is not as important. What's important is that you can get the compound inequality. You could put two of those together.